Oh man, is it over for Bioshock and all you Bioshock fans out there? It might be, man. You're gonna want to stay tuned for this one because Bioshock is in trouble and we gotta talk about it. Make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel, and do all of those great things because we need all the help we can get. As you can see, I'm pretty sure you can see what's going on with the channel. I don't know what's going on, but whatever. We're gonna get into it. So growing up, there's a lot of games that we all played that kind of defined our childhood and things like that. And for me, Bioshock was definitely not one of them. Bioshock was one of those games where I saw, like, growing up, knowing that I was limited in what games I was going to be able to play. You know what I'm saying? And you got Bioshock on the shelf. You got Grand Theft Auto on the shelf. You got Halo on the shelf. You got whatever Star Wars game is on the shelf. The Pokemon games. We were limited, nigga. Okay? Our parents weren't trying to buy every game that came out because these games weren't cheap. So Bioshock was definitely one of those games that when you saw it, yep, don't know what that is, we're going to avoid. You know what I'm saying? Because we don't got all the choices in the world. But apparently, according to a lot of you guys, I missed out, okay? According to a lot of you guys, Bioshock was one of the best gaming franchises ever made. And if that's the case, then cool. Would I go back and play Bioshock now? I don't know if these games have aged very well. You know what I'm saying? It's hard for anything like me to go that far back and play. I don't know. We'll see. I'll see if we can catch them on a Steam sale or something like that. I recently bought all the Fear games. That was definitely something, and I will be playing those. But I can't promise you nothing on Bioshock. But anyway, so apparently there were two Bioshock projects in the works, including a remake of the original Bioshock. Now, a lot of people aren't fans of remakes. They think it's lazy. They think it's a cash grab. I think that's utterly ridiculous, okay? It's because of remakes that I am now a Dead Space fan, because that's another game that I didn't grow up playing and I recently got to enjoy because they remade the original Dead Space, and I thought it was absolutely phenomenal, okay? So I'm all for a Bioshock remake because it allows me to get involved in games that I didn't get to play when I was growing up and become new fans. You know what I'm saying? Well, you can scrap that. Oh, God damn, you can scrap that. Because that's been canceled. Let's go ahead and get into the news. Bioshock is in trouble, okay? 2K Games is not happy. Bioshock 1 remake was in development and has been shelved indefinitely. This is bringing shades of our Knights of the Old Republic remake. Y'all remember that? Remember how excited we was when we found out we was getting the Knights of the Old Republic remake? Anybody who knows me knows that Knights of the Old Republic is my favorite game of all time. Okay. Halo is I don't know, it's kind of hard. Halo, Knights of the Old Republic, and I ain't gonna lie to y'all, Clear Obscure Expedition 33 is trying to crawl its way into that conversation along with Monster Hunter World. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of competing. Sekiro, there's a lot of competing. You get what I'm trying to say. Resident Evil 4, the original, not the remake. There's a lot of competing going on there. But that's not what the conversation of the video is about. The point is, we were supposed to be getting Knights of the Old Republic remake. Has anybody heard anything about that? Nope. That shit is dead. They keep saying it's still alive. I don't believe it. I just don't believe it. Anyway, so here we go. And then also, Bioshock? What the hell? My leg! Anyway, Bioshock 4 failed a publisher review, leading to a narrative overhaul and leadership change. The game has been in development for over a decade. Guys, what are we doing? Hey, listen. The video game industry has a problem. These games are taking too long to make. And you know what I believe? You know what we believe over here? The level of incompetence across the board for the people that you're hiring. Because what do we always say, right? The video game industry used to be about a bunch of passionate nerds getting together to make games that they really wanted to make. After the video game industry grew the way that it did, all of a sudden corporations and their agendas wanted to get involved. Well, now you have all of these weirdos who games is not their first priority. See, that's the problem with this industry. Video games need to be your number one priority when you're making video games. And for a lot of these people that are working in the industry now, I don't believe video games is their number one priority. I believe money is the number one priority for some. Social issues is the number one priority for others. Does that make sense? And so now what you're getting in the industry is gross incompetence across the board at a lot of studios, at a lot of publishers, a lot of businesses, just straight up nonsense. Let's get into this article from Polygon, okay? A decade into development, 2K doesn't seem happy with Bioshock 4, okay? Take-Two Interactive is having a rough time getting Bioshock 4 off the ground and its post-Ken Levine era, according to a new report from Bloomberg, okay? Top brass at 2K Games have reportedly shuffled the game's management because they're unhappy with the sequel's development, okay? Cloud Chamber's new Bioshock game reportedly failed a review by 2K Games, with executives citing that the game's narrative in particular is something that will be revamped. 2K Games is said to have removed studio head Kelly Gilmore and reassigned creative director Hogarth de La Plante to a publishing role. So who is Kelly Gilmore? Let's find out who Kelly Gilmore is. Oh. You can about guess what this was about. How much you want to bet? All right, we ain't gonna speculate. We don't know. We ain't gonna speculate. Cloud Chamber's new. Let me go back. In a statement to Bloomberg, 2K said it's fully committed to ensuring we deliver a Bioshock game that exceeds the lofty expectations of our fans. The next installment in the Bioshock franchise and the existence of 2K's Cloud Chamber studio was announced in 2019, but there hasn't been much news on how development has been going. Bioshock is one of gaming's most successful franchises, selling over 43 million copies across 3 titles. However, no new game has launched since 2013's Bioshock Infinite. The long-awaited 4th installment has spent over a decade in development, bouncing between multiple studios before selling at Cloud Chamber. Former Bioshock director Ken Levine is now working on a new game, Judas, which looks pretty Bioshocky, at a new studio. And see, that's what we talk about. Every single one of these old franchises has the same, either the old franchise or the studio, like BioWare, like Obsidian, and whoever else you want to name. The same story. The studio can't get the. Let me get closer to y'all. Let me make sure so y'all can see where I'm going with it. The same story over and over and over again. The original people who made the franchise or the studio great going off to do their own thing. And their new game looks like what they wanted to make with the old game but couldn't after the studio or the publisher or whomever brought in all of this new talent or lack thereof. That's the truth of the matter. And I wonder what this Judas game looked like. Let me see. Hold on. Let's go and see what we can see with this new Judas game and get a good little gobble out of that, huh? So this is 2 years ago. Let's see what this hitting on. Oh, I'm sorry, y'all. I'll be watching. Oh no, it's on normal playback. Okay, here we go.
The ship is dying. And my only way out of here is with one of them.
I was sailing to that distant shore. Leave her, Johnny, leave her. As the tower hits the ocean floor, and it's time for us to leave her, Johnny, leave her. Oh, leave her, Johnny, leave her.
Wait, is this copyright music? Damn, this might be copyright music. Well, we're just...
People say I have this coming. And you know what? They're right.
Yeah, I won. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Maybe you guys like that type of stuff. I wasn't feeling that. Anyway, let's get into some fans' reactions. So, what are people saying about this? I wasn't feeling that at all. I'm sorry. It's just not my type of thing. What are people saying about this? You got Ackman over here with the memes. Bioshock 1 remake would have been so cool. Why was it so hard to do? Just do the same thing again. So that's what I was going to say. I was actually going to say that. Why do Bioshock 4 when you don't even know if the current market is even interested in Bioshock 4 as much as what you should have done is you should have focused on Bioshock 1 remake, because that would be easier to do. Just do the same thing you did with updated graphics, mechanics, gameplay loop and stuff like that. Just update it. And then if that sells well, then you can get the green light for Bioshock 4. But I don't know. Y'all trying to do too much. Y'all trying to do too much, and it's grossing competence across the board. But yeah, let's get it. This person says, let me guess, they hired SJW liberals to make the game, and now it's woke as fuck, and they now remove those people and put actual adults in the room to fix the mess they left behind. We don't know that to be true, but I understand why you speculate on that. I'd love to know the story behind this, quality story, preachy, ugly. Yeah, they don't want to let us know that, because they don't want to give any sort of credence to gamers who make content like what we make over here about the fact that the video game industry has gone ridiculously woke and is getting out of hand. Somebody asking, are these games fun to play at all? Bioshock 4 fighting for its life in the dev room like it's on nightmare mode. Nah, that's a fact. This person says, I'm at a loss for words. One of the most inventive and immersive game series, and they can't figure out how to proceed with it. At this point, remake the old games from the ground up. And that's what I think they should do. But, who knows? Y'all let me know what y'all think down in the comments. As always, may the grip be with you. And like the goddamn video.
Oh, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you.